Hi, I'm Julia. Welcome to the writer's room outside in my backyard. First off, I am going to answer a question from Donna in Roxborough, Pennsylvania. She asked me last week, when did I start writing? I started writing when I was, that I can remember, probably like 7 or 8 years old, making up little stories. I made my own newspaper, which would consist of basically listening to the news at night with my father and making up my own headlines about it, or getting pretty invested in what was going on. I asked a lot of questions. I talked a lot, of course. I wrote letters to presidents. I wrote a letter to President Jimmy Carter at the time about the Iran hostage crisis, and I gave it to my stepmother, and she put it in an envelope, and I wrote on the envelope, whatever it was, however to get to Washington, D.C., but I wonder if she still has it. She might. She's a good keeper of things. Every few months or so, or once a year, she sends me things that she finds in the house, which they lived in since the late 70s. My father built his own log cabin, so they've been there for decades. And she finds things that I wrote or made, and she sends them to me. So who knows? Maybe she'll find that letter. I used to make up a lot of stories about the animals around the farm and all the wild animals in the woods too. Mostly deer. I did write stories about deer, or poetry. Did a lot of poetry. I think I liked to talk so much that I found myself so needing to express myself, but maybe that's how I started it. And I did have a pretty big imagination too. Today I'm not going to read a long story I wrote. You can hear thunder. I am working on a true story that I'm not finished with yet. Maybe next Sunday I'll have it. But I have 2 poems for you. One is a poem that I wrote, and the other is it's song lyrics / a poem. There's 2 different authors here that wrote it. I'll read it first, and then I'll tell you who they are. First, I'll read mine, which is called 9. She falls through ice, slips through grace. Murky, muddy sets the pace. Fallen, lose a shoe. Could it be me? Could it be you? Out on the run through fields of green. Let it be me, let it be you. Never know, we might find a shoe. She dances with brothers, never with others. Murky, muddy sets the pace. Always a dirty little face. Could it be me? Could it be you? Over on gardens abuzz with bees. Let it be me, let it be you. Never know, we might find that shoe. I wrote that 2/14/2011, Jacqueline. And now I'm going to read you this, and I'll tell you who it's from afterwards. Grow old along with me, the best is yet to be. When our time has come, we will be as one. Grow old with me, 2 branches of one tree, face the setting sun when the day is done. Spending our lives together, man and wife together, world without end. Grow old along with me, whatever fate decrees. We will see it through, for our love is true. This is a combination of John Lennon's lyrics and Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poem. He published this as a song, and I did omit some of the chorus parts in 1982 from the album Milk and Honey. She wrote the full version in the late 1800s. I could be wrong, but I just thought it was so very special. And right now my husband is hiking the Appalachian Trail, and I am very lonely without him, but I'm so happy for him because he's in his happy place, and I wish I was there this hike. But I've chosen to stay at home And I'm writing and really happy that I've had this opportunity to really focus on just putting out my art. Anyways, thanks for listening. And again, I wish you good thoughts, and I hope you say good words and to do good deeds. Thanks so much.